do that, Yeti. You just gonna air guitar your way through all of this? Okay. Hopefully now you can hear us. The stream says you can hear us. You may be able to hear us too loudly, according to this.
Sound. We have sound. Okay.
All right. Please do not ever start talking before testing if you're muted. I don't know why. It's supposed to automatically unmute things, but then it doesn't. It just doesn't. I'm glad you can hear us all now. We weren't talking about anything important. You're just pointing at me.
I was complimenting the jumper.
It's Totoro. Which is my giant, comfy, warm, fluffy Totoro jumper because
the weather has turned to
the weather is just mine the whole stream. Sure.
That's what you do is voguing.
Yeah, interpretive dance. Exactly. Yes, it's a wonderful Totoro jumper. I love it very much. Hello. Welcome to the last night cheese of the year, which is weird.
Yeah, it is.
It's really weird. It's almost here, y'all.
It's possible at some point.
Soon the year will die.
It's possible that at some point 2023 will end.
God.
And I had some doubts for the middle decade of this fucking year there for a while.
I really hope so, because I'm very much ready for it to be done. Okay. All right, cool. So, our intrepid mods have been putting together actually questions for us based on the delightful things that we have seen and the people that we have talked to this year. And we're trying to use Quizlet to do this so that we can show you the questions at the same time as us, and then we can reveal the answer all at the same time. And it has just been completed because our beloved Wendy is poorly, and so we do not have a quizmaster this evening. So we're gonna self-quiz.
Self-master.
I was specifically avoiding saying
Whereas
that.
I ran headlong at it.
Yes, exactly, you did. Okay, so this evening is not going to be terribly organized. It will be chaotic, but hopefully it will also be entertaining. And honestly, I mean, it's kind of what you're here for, the cheese.
So, yeah, are you volunteering to Quizmaster fight?
I don't know if I can make that work without taking a very long break, and I'm going to sneeze. Please excuse me. I think Zolly was saying hello to the chat. That they are now here. No, I was just waving. Also, I've lost my voice.
No!
So
no.
It would be miming, yet again. Exactly. So yes, it's cold, and I've had a cold, and I want my year to end, please. That would be delightful. Hi, how are you?
I'm okay.
How many things do we do on the stream?
Normally we do 3 things on this show. There's an opening monologue, and that's pretty much just this shit these days. And then there's the main event, which this week is going to be, as we have previously talked about, actually Night Cheese Edition. Which
we will explain what that is and how that works.
The base quiz from Quizlet Music Cassidy Carr. Thank you very much, Ducky.
Yes,
and thank
exactly.
you. Always attribute. Thank you for that. I say this as someone who drives around the block to make sure that he mentions letterers and cinematographers.
Yes. And script designers now. Script managers? What was the term that John used?
Script managers, yes.
Script managers. All sacred script managers for TV production. Double cherry. Not going there. Okay. If you are interested in film and television production, specifically the production aspects of things, as well as the writing aspects of things, the legendary John Rogers, the writer of
Leverage.
The original Leverage.
Co-creator of Leverage.
Should I tell them this? Writer on Catwoman. Writer on some of the Transformers movies.
The original Transformers movie, the one I like that isn't Bumblebee that I also like, and not Rise of the Beast that I also kind of like. Move on.
And tell him the other credit, the other one that you get a giggle out of.
The Core.
He's great. He's very talented. And while he was writing and producing Leverage, he had a very kind of famous blog where he was talking about Hollywood process and things like that.
And like 3,000 to 5,000 word deep dives on individual episodes.
Big chunky reading.
Huge stuff.
He's launched a new newsletter and has just started it back up. I think it was issue 2 that came out this week. So get on that. I need him and JMS to collaborate on the V5
Dahlia, don't threaten with Christian Kane and it.
Stop there. Just stop there. Don't threaten me. Don't threaten me with Christian Kane. Please, the man cooks. Anyway, let's move on. But yes, that would be
cool.
It's science. It's science with Stanley Tucci. It's delightful, isn't it? I just wish it was a Christmas movie.
It could be.
It could be. But yes, Zalia, that would be delightful. Absolutely. Anyway, he started up a newsletter again. So it's free to sign up. I think there's going to be a premium tier coming in the future. But get on it. It's good stuff. Like this last week, he talked about the script management process of, what starts in the room and then what comes out and then how things get updated and the detailed order of which the pages change in color, indicating the number of the revisions that have gone
elegant and amazing.
It's really cool. I'm like, I'm looking at that going, how do I adapt that to
Thank you, Zalia. Yeah.
How do I do that? You're amazing, Zalia. Thank you so much for sharing the link.
Rogers, just to go full nerd for a moment, actually he was the reason why I was able to spend last year writing a video game, because he does first draft is 2 lines. What happens? Second draft is paragraph. Slightly more of what happens. Third draft is treatment. Fourth draft is individual scenes. Fifth draft is moving through individual scenes and fleshing them out. And I connected with that very strongly last year, and that's why I did about 250,000 words on that project.
Great blog. It's free. I'm assuming there will remain a free tier.
Yes.
Sign up for it. It'd be really cool.
Fun fact, Sunshine is Chris Evans' favorite Chris Evans movie.
Is it Sunshine of the Spotless Mind?
No, Sunshine. How have you not seen Sunshine? I mean, it's not very good, but take the...
Asked and answered, counselor!
Take the core, right? But instead of...
Okay.
Buckle up. So instead of...
If we're starting there... Okay, expectations managed.
So, take the core... But instead of the Earth core spinning down,
they're going to reset the sun.
The sun has stopped sunning. And
we all died 8 minutes later.
All the fissile material on Earth has been mined and put in a spaceship, which is going to the sun to fire a nuke into it to cold start it. The problem is...
This is a ridiculous premise that violates the laws of physics!
I'm not done. This is the preamble. The problem is that spaceship has stopped picking up the phone. So a second ship using the other half of all the fissile material.
The other half of all. That's a great title. The other half of all. I'll have to remember.
Yeah,
anyway,
it's hurriedly assembled and rushed off with a crew of multinational.
Piggy is like, I must
watch this. Is rushed off with a crew of very marketable and multinational movie stars, including, amongst others, Michelle Yeoh, Cliff Curtis, the patron saint of it's that guy, Mark Strong, and Christopher Aloysius Evans.
Aloysius is not his middle name.
It could be. Also, Cillian Murphy, a full decade before he did another Bond movie a lot of people saw. But it's very grim. It's very dour, which is kind of a...
sounds awful.
Which is
I'm sure Primi will adore it. And the scientific consultation by...
I forgot who did it.
Okay, hang on. I'm going to this Sunshine Wikipedia page.
Brian fucking Cox.
Brian Cox. Oh.
Of course.
Is he doing Christmas lectures anymore?
I think he is, yeah.
Okay, I'll have to have that to look forward to. Delightful. That's, wow. What a tangent, but sounds amazing.
Basically, the core is the kind of chirpy knock about, all right, let's go do stuff. It'll probably be fine.
No, that's Armageddon.
Okay, so the core is like...
Are we Reds? No, I can't say that anymore. Thanks, Ursula. Thanks for that.
Okay. Armageddon is jock disaster porn. The core is nerd disaster porn. And Rogers has talked about how he worked very hard on writing a script that was 1960s science heroes.
Okay.
Sunshine is alt indie kid disaster porn. Everyone's really grumpy.
Okay. Can I just go watch Space Sweepers again? Because that wasn't
on Netflix. So much fun. Korean movie about a group of space garbage collectors, one of whom is a robot exploring their gender identity. And it's all about workers' rights and delightfully sleazy assholes.
Yes, but
it's great.
Moon really isn't about being on the moon at all, is it? I love that movie. Purely and completely. Sam Rockwell's amazing, and that soundtrack, it's on my phone. It's very, 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 very good music.
I really should do the full Moon trilogy at some point.
Yeah, I haven't seen the second or third one.
Mute is interesting but flawed. The third one only exists as a graphic novel.
The Prestige in Space.
Yes, exactly.
Ooh, what a good
beautiful way of describing it.
Because The Prestige is one of your favorite all-time movies, and yes, exactly.
So good. So freaking good. Hey, Pine.
Hey, so we were talking about something? I mean, this is usually when we just natter onto the top of the stream while everybody comes in and gets comfortable. We were talking about the 3 things we do on the stream and how this is the opening monologue. Yeah, we
haven't having fun so far.
We haven't done an opening monologue in months because, life, and he's avuncular, and we're just
somehow even now.
Exactly. But what are we going to do today? We are going to play Actually. And for those of you who don't know, let me push the button. Hang on a second, because I think I programmed this in. Yes, we're going to play Actually, which is the beloved Dimension 20 game show of fandom minutiae one-upmanship. For those of you who have never watched this show before, there's a link in the chat. It is delightful. It is Dimension 20's game show of let's try and stump Brennan Lee Mulligan on Lord of the Rings questions.
And they never succeed.
And yes, they never succeed, unfortunately. And they do lots of different things with it. Like they had one episode which is entirely reality TV questions. One of my favorite episodes is 3 new dads being asked questions about young children's television.
So tired.
When they were all exhausted, and it was so sweet and tenderhearted and wonderful. They have a holiday special as well. They do a holiday special?
And also about once every 5 episodes, Brennan Lee Mulligan shows up and trash talks the whole thing. His description of Lord of the Rings is, I believe the exact phrase is, the fucking Hydrox cookie Middle-earth war. Might be one of the single most perfect turns of phrase I've ever heard.
It's all holiday media. I do so poorly at that. I'm sorry, but the whole Hallmark holiday movie oeuvre, my entire portion of that I gave to Mer Lafferty. She loves those music.
Purely and completely and unabashedly, and I wish her well, and I will give her my lifetime supply. They are just not for me. I can't deal with idiot protagonists. I'm a former world-class hockey player who got a non-damaging to my appearance injury that ended my career. And I'm a photographer now. I'm a hockey career lady who's come back to my old town,
Hawkeye said, no, not like that. The stop-motion Rudolph and the Star Wars.
Dude.
Okay. If we go old school, I might be able to hold my own for a bit of that. But like geek holiday stuff?
You like Johnson?
I can try. I mean, Star Wars is not my language, but there wasn't a whole lot of Star Trek holiday stuff.
There has been no Star Trek holiday stuff.
We should fix that. We need holidays in space. Everybody needs holidays at all times. So we're going to play that in a little bit.
Hey, did you know Prometheus is a Christmas movie, as well as not being a very good one?
All I think of when you say Prometheus the movie is that Penny Arcade comic with the thing rolling in a line. You should run forward. No, you should run sideways. Yes. That's it. That's all I think of when I think of that movie. And I watched it twice, and both times was too much.
Oh, look, it's a space cobra. I'm going to stick my finger in.
Look, I'm a trained xenobiologist. I'm just going to try and pet the space thing. Oh, my God.
Who got lost? The cartographer. Jesus fuck.
Right?
Idris Elba and his little Christmas tree in the control room.
Oh,
yeah.
Bless.
I would have watched an entire movie of Idris Elba and his two space trucker pilots going, oh, for fuck's sake.
Why are we here? Why do we have to put up with these morons? Yes, precisely. And then, so that's going to be the main body of the stream tonight.
And then because
we will not be doing shenanigans because its entire evening is going to be one gigantic shenanigan. Let's be it.
To the shenanapocalypse.
Right, exactly.
Welcome to the shenangularity.
I'm physically pained that works.
I will tell them the other.
Tell them the other horrible successful pun you told.
I'm doing them both.
I have been negotiating with a large corporation in Germany, and it has been a fraught negotiation. And one of the tactics the other side in the negotiation has deployed is inviting everyone and everyone's boss and everyone's boss's boss to these calls. So it is yours truly versus the Germanic Goliath over there, and it is resolving, and I am pleased to say it will no longer be plaguing my sleep. But
Marguerite got off one of these calls, and as is sometimes...
You're welcome. That was a beautiful setup.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
As is sometimes the case, I say, how are you doing? And she's like... And you know, I never get classified shit, obviously. But, you know, she said, so there are a lot of people on that call. And I was like, was there a Heinrich? No, but there were two Klauses. And my brain did that thing that it sometimes does where it moves too fast. And I found myself saying, so was one subordinate to the other? And I could see the look on her face.
No, you asked me, so was one the boss of the other? And I said, yes.
And it was the exact same look on the DM's face at the end of the Tom Cardy perception check videos. Like, so the body's just lying there, right? Yes. Don't. And I said, so what you're saying is there was a sub-Klaus.
There's a sub-Klaus. He made a Klaus and a sub-Klaus joke at me after a 90-minute negotiation phone call. You, of all people, would appreciate that, right? I'm glad I have made your night and your night only by telling that story.
And then a couple of nights ago, we were watching something where there was a passing joke. Thank you, Brimi.
Sub-Klaus.
And then a couple of nights ago, we were watching something which had a passing joke about the fictional Jason Statham movie, Bomb Train.
Bomb Train. It was on the Last Week Tonight special about freight trains.
And Marguerite paused and said, I know you are sad you can't watch Bomb Train. And again, my brain moved too fast, and I said, actually, I prefer its sequel, Bomb Train 2, Kaboomps.
Sometimes I just try to no-sell them and tell him the jokes are just for him, and it doesn't work. It just doesn't work because he keeps doing them anyway.
I can't remember the last time I was quadruple Alistair. That's really good.
It doesn't work as well if you're also laughing. I know that's why I lose. It's like if I can maintain my composure to no sell him, it's a little better. But when I actually laugh at the joke, it doesn't work so well. It fuels him. We also have a rule where when he does the rapid fire ones, I cut him off at 3. I'm like, that was 3? You're done? Move on. Hey, Katie B, how you doing? Also, I think we said this at the top of the stream or right before we went live, but we are down our beloved Wendell's this evening. She's poorly. So let us all take a moment to send Wendy a lot of love. We miss you, Wendy. We hope you're well. You're going to have such a fun VOD to watch when you're feeling up to it.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, exactly. Alistair gets more powerful with every pun he makes, right?
Kind of, you know.
You have to cut him off because otherwise...
I'm just very excited because I get to see at least one Musketeer movie this week, and next week probably...
With Eva Green. I mean...
With Eva Green.
Yes.
And next week possibly Godzilla -1.
Yes. Okay, tell them about Lizzie. the little Bonaparte of Godzilla?
There is a wonderful webcomic called Zilly, which basically takes as its premise, what if Godzilla was Jeff the Land Shark from Marvel Comics? Or just like a 3-foot-tall little guy. And so far they've only been...
I think of him as Bonaparte from New Dominion Tank Police, the little tiny tank.
And so far there have only been 2, but they have both been adorable. And in the first one, Zilly buys a latte. And all it is a barista cleaning the counter up. And these 2 little clawed hands move a rock towards them. And the barista looks over, and Godzilla is kind of looking over the counter like this. And just goes... And the barista hands him a latte and he leaves. And the second is because Godzilla X Kong has revealed quite the glow up for the King of the Monsters with pink spines, amongst other things. This one is Zilly goes to the salon and gets his claws done in pink and gets his spines did. And King Ghidorah is very jealous and also gets a new do. It's adorable.
We need to find a link to this and share it at the break.
I will.
For sure, which is adorable. So what was I saying? We're going to do, we're going to do whatever this is. We're going to do actually. And then afterwards, since we will all be like raw with laughter, Ducky has put together the amazing end of year fan art video, which we will play. It'll be about the last 10 minutes of the stream. It's about 10 minutes long, maybe a little bit longer. And we will do that to wrap up. So as we said, this is the last Night Cheese stream for the year. This is the last scheduled stream that we have going on for the year. Although we had such a good time with Chance of Seminar on Sunday that I'm like, ooh, linguistic puzzle game. Give me.
We might be streaming on Sunday.
We like immediately bought it. And so we might be streaming on Sunday morning again because we want to, but since it's my break, I am not scheduling myself to do anything. So if we feel like it, it will be,
Dude,
a last
fine.
minute sort of thing.
You were fine. Don't worry about it.
It's okay, Herman. I know you're very eager to participate, and I don't blame you because it has very Heaven's Vault vibes, and it's like, yeah, like figuring out things. It's cool.
We did also confirm the really cool thing that we hoped, which is if you've played the demo, the full version just picks straight up.
Yeah, we confirmed that on Sunday when we bought it. I know, Preemie, you and I need to have words about what you plan for yourself in 2024, and I know that work-life balance is a thing we still must find in and around eating and working and all of that good stuff. But yes, I'm trying to resign myself to wrangle myself to take like a solid 10 days of no working. If they give me a completion date, I'm gonna do a little bit of work. We are still like, they sent me the letter that says you need to go to your bank and send this much money, and I shrieked looking at the piece of paper. I'm like, this is a good thing, but also
the image of Marguerite walking into the bank and handing over like a single loose £5 note, going, "One house, please."
1 house, please. Yes, exactly. That is my goal. But we need to take a break, and we have some fun things, some casually fun things planned. The trailer for the junior year of Fantasy High from Dimension 20 dropped today, and I
at least the third season
haven't watched any of the other seasons, or Burrow's End, or Mentopolis. So yours truly is going to be on the couch with a cross stitch and my Dimension 20 subscription getting caught up on whatever the hell all of that is. Which sounds delightful. Mm-hmm. But yes, the end of the stream will have the 10-ish minute amazing video that Ducky has put together, which we really enjoyed.
So good. Ducky's done an amazing job.
Doing the fan art roundup for the year. And then that will be it. We will be back for a normal stream currently the 10th of January, so not the first week of January, but the second week of January. And then that Sunday, which is Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, so the 13th or the 14th or whatever that day is, we will be back officially on scheduled streams as of then. But until then, it'll just be if we feel like doing pickup on stuff. Like yours truly has another Baldur's Gate 3 game to play. and he might want to play, so we might try doing some multiplayer.
There is the Grimishka that stole Christmas.
If you've not seen this, go to any of Larian's social media. They're doing an Advent. It looks like a story of revealed a little bit at a time with a puzzle that's being released every day. It looks like some sort of evil cat is sneaking around the camp. It is very fun. No, His Majesty must be bold. This is required. But yeah, I very much want to play Baldur's Gate 3 again. Yes, Shiny. Break time is very important, right, Preemie? Right, Shiny?
Right, Preemie and Shiny.
And everyone else in this chat who needs breaks. Breaks are very important. Speaking of breaks, why don't we take one?
Time to do a commerce?
Shall we do a commerce?
Let's do a commerce, and then you can horribly destroy me at a quiz game.
That sounds. This week is my last week at work, and then I'm off until New Year, and I'm desperate to sleep. Yes, good. Breaks, yes. Sorry, I'll be doing transcripts. I mean, good, but also take frequent breaks during extended work, please. We all need breaks, because otherwise, if you don't take breaks, then you can't keep working, unfortunately. And it's not even a matter of, I think I should be working, but it's I cannot physically. So that's a bad thing. You need to take breaks. Right. We're going to run the commerce. Capitalism is going to exert its... Why did I do that? That is so you.
Because you hang out with me.
Yeah. Yeah, I do. It's a good thing you're really cute and very tall. And we will be back afterwards, and we'll kick off these flashcards, and hopefully this will all work. Fingers crossed. And if not, we'll fix it on the fly. It'll be good. Right. 3 minutes, folks. Go and get yourself a beverage and a snack. You will not... I don't think we have any spooky content this evening. But,
I don't think so. I think it's lovely.
You've got a stuffed animal to hand that you want to invite. Do your thing.
You can do it with a love. It's been a hard year. You know?
Yeah, I'm not going to shame anybody. If you do not schedule system maintenance, the system will schedule it for you.
Yes.
Yes, exactly.
The system is fucking down.
Yes. The system. All right, we're going to go to our break now. We'll be right back. Right, we're
Hello.
back. Now, fingers crossed, I'm going to try and get this set up. Pray for me, y'all. Alright. Okay, so that might actually work. Alright. To the game. Okay, good. But apparently, full screen is... Hold on, I need to do the thing so that you can read the stuff. That is a very scientific set of terms that
thing.
I have just said.
Do the thing, y'all.
Dun, 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 dun. Vamp!
So, literally as we were coming back from break, I discovered the existence of Casting the Runes, a tabletop RPG and based entirely on investigative mechanics rather than combative ones, mostly inspired by the work of M.R. James.
Ooh, shiny.
It's currently on Bundle of Holding, and the level it's at also gets you the Apollo 47 Technical Handbook, which was described by a friend of mine as 500 pages of Apollo tech porn and a 20-page RPG for free.
Oh my god, it's perfect for you.
And the bonus collection includes...
Oh, you're like, oh damn, that was made for you. Yes, it was.
And the bonus collection includes Inside the Odd, which is a dungeoneering adventure RPG set inside the colossal body of a not-quite-dead god.
Wait.
And Worldwide Wrestling 2nd Edition, which is a very good wrestling TTRPG.
Brilliant. All right. Shall we figure this out now?
Yes.
Okay. So normally when you play a game show, you have like buzzers that you click in on. And
Who needs that?
we don't have buzzers.
We have
So instead,
nationalism.
we have flags that we're going to like try and wave in each other's faces and outshout each other. And then because I don't have any scoreboards, I dug out the light board and we'll just keep track manually as we go along because we're very low rent about this.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Me and my family play so much Jeopardy for fun that we
adorable.
bought a little buzzer system. They exist. Ooh.
Yeah, so does the Kodo drumming set for the Nintendo Switch.
Ooh, that's very dangerous.
It's also inside budget for Christmas.
No, I don't. That's going off list. We've had this. I have a very strict recipient protocol, and that if there is an occasion for which gifts are to be given, I prepare a list in advance. And I don't care what you pick off the list. That can be the surprise, but you're not allowed to go off list. Dangerous when you go off list, because I've received a lifetime of quality gifts that people thought were things I should have, but had nothing to do with me.
I think my all-time favorite was the pair of leisure trousers my sister's then husband had bought, tried on, realized that he didn't like very much.
And then sent to you for Christmas.
We were not the same size.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So, what else about the rules? I have no Wendy. I have no Quizmaster.
The rules for this are really simple. What we're going to do is we're going to take turns reading each question aloud. And the idea is that there is a single factual error within each question, and the first person to say actually,
The first person to identify the error and
wave the flag.
But you have to say actually first, like Jeopardy, or it doesn't count.
Yes.
So, do you want me to read this one first?
I'll do it.
Okay.
Our Stream Scarlet Hollow character Petra has really been going through it after encountering ditchlings in the woods, having dinner with Dr. Kelly, and having years of her life taken by the ghost in the library. Luckily, she has Dustin and Dustin Mom to cheer her up, at least until she can get that squatter raccoon out of the greenhouse.
Actually, we didn't have years of our life taken by the ghost in the library. We had years of our life taken by the ghost in the basement of the house attached to the library. Where, what's his name?
Oscar.
Where Oscar.
Professor Dadbot.
Professor Dadbot.
And instantly we're off the rails, because whilst that is correct enough to gain a point,
Are you
that is
sure?
not what I was going to say.
Well, if I click the card, and if I click this button at the bottom that says click the card to flip it, it will tell me the correct answer. So you give your answer, and then we'll see who gets the point.
Actually, it is a squatter goat.
You may be accurate. I'm going to click the button and see what happens. I'm also right. I should also get a point, Ducky.
This is working entirely according to plan. This is how this game goes.
Fine. I'm giving you 1 point under sufferance because it's the answer that was written down that's correct. But I'm also right because we didn't lose our life in the library. It was in the basement of the house next to the library.
I would be completely all right with you also getting a point for that.
Okay, then I'm also going to have a point. And I can just see now we're 1-1 and I feel much better because I bullied my way into a tie. Excellent. Thank you. Next. See, Ducky says points for everyone.
Points for everyone. There we go.
There can be more than one right answer. All right. Next question. In Slay the Princess, Johnny Sims voices the narrator who directs the player to a cabin at the end of a path through the woods and instructs them to slay the princess in the basement with a perfect blade.
Actually.
You did. Okay, fine. You can go first this time.
It's a Stella.
Okay. Is that your answer?
Yes.
Great, because my answer is it's in he instructs them to slay the princess in the basement with a pristine blade, not a perfect blade. I love this game already.
The arrows at the bottom.
Okay. No, that's the shuffle button. Where's
the arrows are at the bottom?
That's to go to the next question. I need the button that says to give me the answer.
Try clicking on it. Just click on the thing.
Click on the thing. Let's see what happens. Right, it's pristine. You don't even know. What's the difference between a basement and a cellar?
One of them has eels in it.
At any point did we encounter eels in the game?
Fair. What is the difference? It's not going to bug me now.
I don't know.
Fuck you.
I mean, the only difference I know is like a basement runs the entire width of the house, and the cellar is usually under a portion of it, and it's usually like wooden or dirt floor and walls, as opposed to a basement, which is a full floor of the house. But all right, now we have to look up.
Now it's happening.
Yes, he said eels. He said eels.
There's an Adam Ragusa video where he goes to visit a guy who found.
Excuse me a second. I need another channel. Keep
like
talking.
an aquifer under the house that he bought.
Cellar.
And he filled it with a couple of feet of water. And he has fish down there now.
Basement. It auto-completes. A basement is a story of a building partially below curb level, but with at least one half of its height above the curb level? Okay. A cellar is an enclosed space having more than one half of its height below curb level.
So technically, the cellar I was in no way allowed into in the house I grew up in, which was full of brambles and possibly murder, was in fact a basement because it was above ground.
If it was above ground, it was neither a basement nor a cellar.
Let's move on.
This is going to be so much fun. Yes, people would like you to elaborate on the possible murder, please.
It was a very dark room, and it was full of a lot of thorns, and it didn't smell bad. But, you know, I always remember my parents being very strict about not going in there.
And so your young mind decided that since it smelled bad, that meant there was murder.
You met me, right?
I mean, that's not an illogical conclusion to draw, let's be honest.
In Darkside Detective, Detective McQueen and Officer Dooley take on cases in Twin Lakes with the dubious support of the rest of the TLPD, including Chief Scully, Detective King, Officer Murakami, Sally the Dispatcher, and Officer Shep the dog.
Okay, go ahead. You go first.
I want Officer Shep the dog to be real so much I can taste it, but I don't think he is.
Okay.
Also, I didn't say him actually.
I'm not going to steal your answer.
Do it.
It's fine. I'm not going to steal your answer. I'm feeling magnanimous. I have a lead. I want Officer Shep the dog to be real as well, but I know McKing is right.
Mm-hmm.
I don't remember Murakami. I know Sally the Dispatcher was right, but I don't remember if we ever met the chief.
Sally's down to clown. It is heavily implied that Sally has certain types of party that McQueen is not invited to.
Exactly. I'm going to say that Chief Scully's name isn't Chief Scully because I don't know what else to
You
go.
didn't say him, actually.
Well, neither did you. So it's fair.
Okay.
Very well. Let's see. The dog is
Officer
Officer
Cow, of course.
Okay, so neither of us got any points. I'm very sad about that. Okay. Did you read that one or did I?
I read that one.
Okay, I'll read this one. In Momo type, we tried very hard to raise our new child Momo as best we could, including watching television with them and making them pancakes. And it all seemed to be going well when Momo read us a lot of facts about elephants.
Go ahead.
Actually, it was facts about hippos because he was watching a hippo documentary.
And also that really nihilistic Western.
Yes, where they had the high noon duel showdown.
With the sheriff who's actually awful and realizes he's awful. And
Exactly. So what's your guess?
I think it's the same as yours, actually.
Okay, then I will get the point.
But you get the point because she said I'm actually. Yes.
Back to my hippos. Excellent. Yes. His current score is 1-3. I'm doing very well. Thank you.
Happy.
I'm very happy, darling.
Happy, darling.
I'm very happy, darling. And we'll see what happens when we get into like the general nerd questions because then he's totally going to smoke me. Okay.
In There Is No Anti-Memetics Division, Chief of Anti-Memetics Marion and her husband, concert cellist Adam Wheeler, who met as an anti-memetic SCP, made a fingers attack a hospital and then lost their memories of one another, attempt to defeat SCP-3125. I believe you have that.
Actually, Adam is not a cellist. He's a violinist. Thank you.
Let's find out.
What's your guess?
My guess is going to be it's not SCP-3125.
Yes, it is. Do you remember how many times we had to say SCP-3125? I do. I definitely remember
I cannot believe you're giving me shit for my answer in a competition in which you are competing with me. No, wait, I can't. Go on.
I'm a violinist, not a cellist. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Come again. That's how actually works often. Are you okay?
I'm good. No, I'm good.
I'm sorry.
Good. No, you're not. You shouldn't be.
It's delightful. Great question, Zaki. Thank you. When Thomasina Bateman went to excavate Hobbs Barrow, she was met by a village full of people who refused to admit that they'd ever heard of such a place, including sickly hobby gardener Father and barman Stanley Kemp. Luckily, local Lord Panswick was willing to lend her workers in exchange for trying to get one of Mrs. Duplancy's apple pies. Okay, you may go now.
I believe they were Bakewell puddings. Actually, they were Bakewell puddings.
Actually, fine. Yeah. They were Bakewell puddings. I was going to say Bakewell tarts, and that would still have counted, but you beat me to it.
Half a point.
And I'm like,
you had to cut one of the numbers in half.
4.5. But yes, Alistair loves Bakewell, so these are near and dear to his heart. Except for the cherries on top, which he doesn't like, but
you do.
I do. Maraschino cherries are about the only kind of cherry I do like. That and Rainiers, but everything else is so. Actually, Bakewell pudding and tarts are different. No, that's not true. So the British definition of a pudding is any dessert. It is not what Americans think of as a pudding, which is a thickened liquid, usually made with dairy, like chocolate or vanilla. They don't make pudding in the country where they call desserts puddings. It pisses me off to no end.
Kind of do.
No one.
Angel Delight.
Angel Delight is not pudding. It's whipped cream.
It's goo.
It's whipped cream.
It's flavored whipped cream.
It's flavored whipped cream. It's not pudding. This is why I have to make pudding.
It is flavored, dehydrated whipped cream.
I believe there are more questions here.
Yes, there are. Perhaps you should click on to the next one.
That's true, Zalia. And then we get into
Black pudding, red pudding, and white pudding.
and white pudding, which are all types of sausage made with various animal derived
Remarkable amount of blood.
components.
Yeah.
And Yorkshire pudding, which is a giant popover bread thing that they treat like tortillas and try to wrap up sandwiches in, and which I don't care for. They're not my thing. They're kind of like savory Dutch babies.
Yes.
If you've ever had a Dutch baby.
So much so, in fact, that one of the last times we were in York, that we went to what used for a very long time to be the hog roast shop. One of those wonderful places where you know exactly what you're getting when you look at the name.
And the answer to that question is hangover food at 2 a.m. It's delightful.
And they are now Yorkshire pudding burritos.
Yeah. Yorkshire pudding is just a 3D savory crepe. Yeah, that's a really
Yep.
good way of thinking about
A
it.
little bit crunchy.
They are the little thing that they put on the plate that comes with all the other food that they put the gravy inside. So it's kind of like an edible gravy boat. It's like a taco bowl for gravy.
That is the most terrifyingly accurate description of Yorkshire
But it's
pudding.
not crunchy. It's all. That's
Well,
why I
damp
don't
and
like it.
squishy.
It's all.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, toe in the hole.
Toad in the hole with those Italian sausages, though.
That's a great idea.
That's a great idea.
Thank you for that, Shani.
Thank you for that, Shani.
This weekend, we're putting together the holiday feasting menu, and yeah, that sounds pretty dang good. Alistair does a great Dutch baby, and then he grates Parmesan cheese over the top of it,
Piece of Dutch bit.
and then he serves it with like this peppery, lemony salad and sautéed mushrooms, and
Yeah.
it's freaking amazing. Okay, next question, which I get to read. Stream guest Brandon Boone is a big fan of Black Tabby Games' work and has picked up much of their merchandise, including his daughter's beloved Wayne plushie and their wooden keychains. Unfortunately, also all stolen by his daughter, except for Reese. I think he only has the one keychain. I don't think they've made a Reese keychain yet. Excellent! I think, fine. What's your guess?
Same as yours.
Yeah, because he talked about getting all of the Topato plushies.
Yes.
I don't think I've seen a Topato.
There isn't a Reese yet.
I don't think there's recent. Let's see. Ah, neither of us got this. Tabitha is the only keychain left. Okay.
No points for us, Mr. Bunny Man.
That's okay. I'm still in it. Ducky, do I get a
Yes,
point?
you do. Yes, you do. A point
if
for
you
Ducky.
stump us, a point for
In fact,
Ducky.
2 points for Ducky.
Why?
Because Ducky has also stumped us earlier.
Yeah. Okay. I need some more letters. Ducky, you get 2 points because you've stumped us twice so far. Okay.
Okay.
There we go. There's the score. You're the little 2 at the bottom. Okay. There we go.
All right.
Next. Oh, you're getting competitive now. You're like leaning
Let's fucking go.
forward and you're like, ah.
In Stargate Atlantis,
Okay, we've run into the general nerd questions. I'm now doomed.
an expedition is launched from Earth to the lost city of Atlantis in the Pegasus galaxy. The connection requiring the power from a ZPM or 0-point module and a ninth chevron address. The expedition includes Dr. Weir, Colonel Sumner, Major Shepard, Dr. Mackay, and Dr. Beckett.
Oh, God. No Shepard and Beckett and McKay are involved. Ninth chevron address. I'm gonna say, I'm going to say that the connection might require a ZPM, but it's not a ninth chevron address because there's only 5 chevrons on an address from a Stargate. Okay, I'm going to say it's not 9 chevrons. That's as specifically as I'm going to get. What's your guess?
I think it's Colonel Sumner.
That Colonel Sumner isn't on the
Yeah.
mission? Okay, let's find out. The address only has 8 chevrons. I feel smug. I feel smug. Yay, 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 yay. Okay. Excellent. I got a double question right. I feel so good. Excellent. Thank you. That's a very well. I blew out the microphone. I'm sorry, everyone.
Oh, Colonel Sumner Seven gets super killed by the Wraith. Okay.
Oh, okay.
Oh, yeah, because Shepard's kind of a fuck up. He's the second in command. I remember now.
It's been a long time since I watched Stargate Atlantis, but I know Rodney's your guy.
All I'm saying is if someone could close the secret entrance to their underground HQ and concealed it a little more carefully, this wouldn't have happened.
Oh, Rodney, you're the greatest. Okay. In the dangerous English county of Midsomer,
Oh my God.
D.I. Barnaby and his sergeant have investigated the strangest of crimes over the years, including the case of a woman bludgeoned to death with a wheel of cheese. That sounds like something, right? A man smeared with truffle oil and eaten by a wild boar, and a man drowned in a bowl of boiled eggs and live eels. Go ahead.
I think the truffle oil and wild boar is one that didn't happen.
Okay. So for folks who don't know,
this thing is fucked up. This thing is
tell people what Midsomer is.
Midsomer Murders was a 450,000 season show about the two members of the homicide division in a sleepy county called Midsomer, where people in the village kill each other in a wide variety of horrifying ways. Someone did the numbers on it, and apparently it has Midsomer, if it was real, has the highest murder rate on Earth.
I love it. I'm going to say that the man who drowned in the bowl, it wasn't both eggs and eels, it was one or the other. But the Wheel of Cheese, you and I have watched that Netflix documentary. We know exactly. Murr, you have exquisite timing where we've just got a Midsomer Murders question going on. Season 24 is just out.
Season 24.
Season 24.
I think it's now had a complete central cast overhaul.
What?
We may have had more than one. Like, I think we're on the 3rd police officer in both roles.
Good grief. Good grief. Let's see. Let's see what the actual answer is.
Another point for Ducky.
DCI. Well, yeah. These weren't Ducky's questions. I think these are generic. I think we're into the generic, but probably applicable to us nerdiness of actually questions, as opposed to the ones that Ducky made. So.
This is a Ducky question.
There is one more.
Another point.
This is
Another point for Ducky.
Good grief.
Well done.
Oh gosh. Well, okay. I think that's very magnanimous of you to say, because she's now winning over you. That's very kind of you, honey. I have never seen a single episode.
And wine, that one is fucked up.
I've never seen a single episode of Midsomer Murders.
Yeah. You know how Inspector Morse and Endeavour and Lewis are all kind of, well, this is very calm and very, very precise and very well acted, aside from the terrible racist in Lewis, but we don't talk about him. And look, it's been 2 hours, and look, now a posh person is dead, and this posh person is in handcuffs. Yeah. Midsomer Murders is, we just killed a guy with a bottle of wine and a trebuchet, motherfuckers!
Fascinating.
Yeah.
A Polish adaptation of Italian detective series Don Mazzio about a priest solving crimes. Polish version was set in a real small town, and people joked more people died in the show than the population of the town.
Brilliant. I love it.
I'm coming over and I'm bringing the one. That sounds great.
You must see the one with the dead grocery store surveyor and the upper middle class sex workers.
Okay. It's a good show to craft to. All right. If I ever run out of Dimension 20, we'll start on Midsomer. All right. Next question.
In the Magnus Archive.
Okay, Ducky, this is also definitely you.
In an effort to summon the lonely into our world in a ritual he calls the silence, unsung hero of the Magnus Archives, Peter Lucas, invested in an apartment block in London designed to be single occupancy, with lower floors empty and doors that lead nowhere, to cultivate loneliness in its occupants. However, his plans are foiled when Gertrude leaks the plans to the Sunday Times newspaper. Well, actually.
I don't have to say I'm actually actually until I'm done waving
You
my
wave the flag
flag.
first. You go.
Actually, it was the Guardian, not the Sunday Times, that she leaked it to.
Show me the answer.
Yeah. See, leaked it to the Guardian. Thank you very much. I feel good that I answered the Peter Lucas question before you did. But that's probably just because you were reading it, so I'm gonna take the win.
Take the W.
There we go. And that's all of Ducky's questions. Okay. You asked about the Stargate question as well. Cool. I lived in an apartment building like this. Well, not one with no one on the first floor, but I was alone in a student accommodation for 2 weeks, and it was spooky.
The guy on TikTok who's about 90% certain he's one of 4 people in a 300 apartment block.
Good grief.
Oh yeah, he's put up TikToks of cars covered in dust. And he's pretty certain the block company has hired actors to sit at coffee shops around the building. He's walked past 4 guys and filmed them, dressed identically in 4 different locations, having identical conversations on the phone.
Ew.
Oh yeah.
Oh, I want to track down who the company is now.
He's also a lawyer. He's a really good time.
Are we sure he isn't TikToking from an alternate reality? He totally could be.
No, because the building also looks quite backroomsy in the inside.
Okay, if it's a completely abandoned apartment building, we should have a backrooms convention in it.
Right.
It sounds delightful. All right, let's do 1 or 2 more, I think, before we take a break. Okay. It says I completed them all. I would like to go back now. Sorry, everybody. I'm going to have to push. Hopefully this will... No, I don't want to take a quiz.
Here we go. No, this is good. See?
Okay, there we go. We've reset. I've just hit the magical refresh button. Ta-da! You were reading the Peter question, so it's my turn.
Oh, God, this is...
The Infinity Saga of the Marvel Cinematic Universe focuses on the Mad Titan Thanos' quest for the Infinity Stones and the efforts of our heroes to stop him. Though Thanos appears in the first Avengers film, the chronological order of the stone's appearance is complicated by the large gallery of films. However, a keen watcher will know that the order of the stones, oh God, is mind, space, reality, power, time, and soul. Okay, go ahead. I knew this. Go ahead.
I think... I'm actually...
There we go.
Mind Stone is Loki in Avengers. Space Stone is the Dark in Thor 2. I think Soul Stone and Time Stone are the wrong way around. Because the Time Stone is the last one he gets.
Right, and Soul Stone is
the one that's in Vision's head.
In Vision's head. Yeah, so Time Stone and Soul Stone.
Because they make a huge deal of Wanda kills Vision, but by that point he's
What's with the title The Mad Titan?
Oh, he's always been called the Mad Titan.
All right, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Hey, Pezzy.
Hey, Pezzy.
Let us answer this question, then we'll give a little recap. Let's see. Space before mind.
I was incorrect.
Okay. Space before mind, so not time and...
Yeah.
Okay.
I thought Time and Soul had been flipped. So.
Well done, Hawkeye. Hawkeye got the point for Hawkeye. So, Pezzy, we are playing... actually, the Dimension 20 game show, which is about fandom minutiae and one-upping people, and because Ducky put together a delightful collection of 10 questions for us based on the games that we've streamed and the interviews that we've had this year, and I am winning, which makes me very happy. But now we're getting it into generic nerd questions, and I'm going to lose. But that's okay, because I have a healthy lead, and I'm going to cling tenaciously to it as we progress. All right, next. So we're going to do another question, and
maybe
then
two,
and then I think we'll do a little commerce break, and I'm going to need some more tea. Okay, so you get to ask this. You get to read this one.
Okay.
Not doing that.
In Joss Whedon's Firefly, smuggler Captain Malcolm Reynolds pilots the ship Firefly to avoid the all-powerful Alliance. Yeah.
Actually, the ship is named Serenity. It is a Firefly class vehicle. Oh, thank God.
Let's see how right you are. Thank you.
Thank you.
This house is themed.
Thank you very much. I have 7 points, and I'm very smug about it. There we go. If there isn't a BG3 question for Marguerite, I wish there was. I think this collection is old enough. I don't think they've had a new season of actually since Baldur's Gate has come out.
Besides, any Baldur's Gate 3 question would simply be Astarion. And yes, darling.
That's right. No, he's my 3rd playthrough romance. I'm only on my 2nd playthrough. Thank you. All right, next question.
In Star Wars, the band Figuring Down in the Modal Mode play a genre of music known as jizz, which we first hear them play on Jabba's barge.
Go ahead, honey.
We don't hear it first on Jabba's barge. We hear it first in the Mos Eisley Cantina.
Yeah. And yes, it's
called jizz.
That is the correct name of the type of music. I mean, I know Pink was very popular, but this was not the lesson we should have taken. All right, company is over, so I must go have fun. Bye, Hawkeye. Good job on the Avengers question.
Yes, well done.
Mos Eisley Cantina. Etc. Precisely. That's about the extent of my Star Wars knowledge, to be honest. All right. Why don't we do a quick recap? I am still winning. I'm gonna lose in the next bunch of questions, and we're gonna take a little break because I need some more drink. George Lucas is so bad at naming things.
There is a character in Attack of the...
George Lucas is so bad.
There is a character in Attack of the Clones whose second name is Sleaze Bagano.
So bad. So bad. You spent 55 hours on streams with us this year. Well done, Hawkeye. Very well done. Thank you for joining us.
Thank you.
All right, we're going to take a little ad break, and then we'll come back to more of this nonsense. tea here. He's making me tea. Let's ask another question. I will behave. I will wait.
I answered this question correct. I answered this question.
I was like, let me just ask another question really fit. Pat.
I win at everything forever.
Did you make you tea while you were up?
Go on.
Okay, fine. Tesla has just recalled nearly every one of its 2 million vehicles
Me.
because of the autopilot feature.
Just fire him
Let's just move on.
into the sun
Yeah, please.
and live stream it.
Oh no!
Uh,
All right, we're skipping the Game of Thrones question because neither one of us has watched any of this. You read.
In Return of the Jedi, the rebels attack and destroy the new Death Star's shield generator on the planet Endor with the help of furry creatures called Ewoks. You went first.
Actually, Endor is a moon.
Go ahead.
It's not a planet.
I would just like to point out, for someone who does not speak Star Wars, you have...
Balls of Star Wars. They're not asking what was the designation of this particular stormtrooper who shot this particular person in this particular episode. Thank God.
Name's Frank.
Yes, Alistair does have a little Manx flag. And I have my little American flag. Yes. At the very beginning of the pandemic, when we were getting used to working full time together in an office with headphones on, this is what was the "I need your attention" noise. It's the "Hey."
Now it's more just, oi, what?
Yeah, exactly. If we ever had diplomatic vehicles, we could.
Hail to the chief, she's the one we all sing hail to.
Thank you, Mer. Actually, Star Troopers can't hit anyone. Yes, precisely. All right, my question. Okay.
Just did that.
Okay, well, do we want to do Pokemon questions?
Let's go. Let's fucking go, man.
I'm gonna get this. Eevee, the 133rd Pokemon, can evolve into Vaporeon, Electrion, Flareon, Espeon, Umbreon, Leafeon, Glaceon, and Sylveon. Yeah, please, God, put me out of my misery.
Actually, Sylveon is not a canonical EV evolution.
I'm not even gonna guess. Oh, you can't see the question. I'm so sorry, everybody. I totally forgot. Here we go. There we go. And Alistair says...
Sylveon is not a canonical EV evolution.
All right, let's see if he's right. Jolteon, not Electrion.
Out from behind the counter and still the tiny electrical rats. Fuck with me. Captain America's shield is so strong because its adamantium composition rivals the strength of Wolverine's skeleton, a man who has survived complete bodily obliteration. Go ahead.
Shield's not made of adamantium. It's
What is it made of?
unobtainium from Wakanda.
Let's see the answer.
What is your guess?
Same as yours, but I would not have gone with unobtainium. I would have gone with vibranium.
Okay, fine. Well, you go with vibranium and you're gonna win. Vibranium! There you go. You won. Good job. See, don't give up your guess. It's good. Now you have 4 points. Am I 8? Sorry. That was so bad. So bad. I couldn't stop myself. Sorry, not sorry. Oh. Actually, neither of us said I'm actually.
Take the point.
You got the point. If neither of us do it, then we are equal. Oh, don't go into the legal basis of equal bias. Okay, let's go on. We have to remember Sam, actually. We really needed a quiz master for
Really
this.
good, yeah.
Yeah, okay,
Okay.
we'll know that next time.
It's okay.
No.
Oh.
In J.R.R. Tolkien's The Fellowship of the Ring, the titular fellow whip, okay, nice typo, is composed of 9 members from 4 races: Hobbit, Dwarf, Elf, and Man. Okay, I gotta do math. Okay, go.
Actually, Aragorn is that weird, not quite person.
Yeah, he's a half elf, but Boromir's a human, so that would work. Actually, there's a fifth race they're not talking about because Gandalf is in one of the, the 9, and he's not human. He's a wizard, which is kind of its own thing.
He's a Vorlon. Yeah.
He's a Vorlon. He's not a Vorlon, but there's 5 races. There's 5 races.
For the pebbles to vote.
Okay.
This is our world now, Charles, not theirs.
Okay, let's see what it is. They got a new right. Yes, exactly. There are 5 races present. Oh, you're right. Oh, you're right. Oh, you're right. It's my favorite thing. Excellent. I feel very, very happy about that, even though I couldn't remember which race it is. It's so long.
Thank you, man. The entire song is now playing in my head.
They got a new tall guy. Walk on the ground. Walk. Get out of here with that bird fit. Oh, God.
My tweeds.
My tweeds. I love Tom Hardy so much. Let's see. Thari is the name of the wizard order. Maya is the type of being. Okay, cool.
I never read it.
You never read The Lord of the Rings?
Ooh. Do we have a copy over there?
I haven't read The Silmarillion, so, we can start at the beginning.
Why? Because it's an acknowledged classic of English literature. Okay, fair enough.
Yeah, point for Lou.
Point for Lou.
Completely.
Point
Keep
for Lou.
track of your own points. Hawkeye's got a point for the Avengers question earlier as well.
It's a very socialist quiz show. Everyone can win.
Everyone can win. I'm running out of space to track your points. I'm sorry. Ducky, you have 3. Alistair has 4. I have 9. And we'll go on.
You have so many points, you need more than one syllable.
I know, I'm very excited.
In the first Mortal Kombat, a player can unlock Reptile as a playable character if they achieve a double flawless victory in a single-player mode on the put stage and finish the match with a fatality if there is a silhouette flying past the moon, which occurs every 6th game. Actually.
Okay.
I think the every 6th game is bullshit. I think it's just when there's a silhouette flying past the moon.
I have no dog in this hunt. Let's see.
Dun, 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 dun.
Actually, you can do this to play against Reptile, but you cannot play as Reptile until the second Mortal Kombat 2.
My 50-year-old self is so disappointed in me, but I have more money than he does.
Okay. Oh, God.
I got it.
God. I have not read these.
The Wheel of Time series begins with the publishing of The Eye of the World in 1990 and concluded 23 years later when Robert Jordan finished the final work of The Eye... Go ahead.
Finish the question, but...
Finish the final work, The Eye of the World. Although Trapp doesn't finish the question verbally, the full written question references The Eye of the World as the last book instead of A Memory of Light. Go ahead.
Okay, actually, Jordan didn't finish the last book of the 10. It was Brandon Sanderson.
Human Sandwich, the Brando Sando.
So if A Memory of Light is the one that Sanderson did, and Jordan's last book was The Eye of the World, then I'm wrong, but I've never read these books. I've only watched the first season of the TV show, so...
Brandon Sanderson, the man with eternal name, as opposed to Darren Aronofsky, whose name is a skipping ring.
Darren
Aronofsky.
Yes, yeah. Exactly. All right, let's see. Thank you! I was right. Robert Jordan died before the completion of the last book, and Brandon Sanderson completed it with the notes from Jordan, and then went on to be the consulting director or consulting producer for
the surprisingly great TV show.
On the amazingly great TV show. I'm out of space for my numbers.
Yeah.
Okay, Ducky, I'm going to scoot you over. Here's your 3, and I'm going to put me underneath because I'm going to need to add double digits. I'm really very happy now. Aronofsky, Adrian Tchaikovsky.
Yes.
Well done, Luke.
Good job, Doc.
Yeah, Sander Branderson is the name that just kind of falls down a hill, isn't it? Okay, I'm reading the next one.
Okay.
Yes. In C.S. Lewis, okay, you're missing an I there. That's the answer to the question. The Voyage of the Dawn Treader. Lucy, Edmund, and their cousin Eustace travel to Narnia by jumping into a puddle.
Actually, they do not travel to Narnia by jumping into a puddle.
Okay. Voyage of the Dawn Treader. I don't think I read that one.
Third one, last one to be filmed. Eustace is the dickhead cousin who has a surprisingly great hero's journey. By this point, Tori and the other one, the older girl, have aged out, so aren't really going to Narnia anymore. So it is just Lucy and Edmund.
But they didn't jump in a puddle.
No, they didn't.
But what did they do? Because if I can get it more precise of an
then
answer,
you'll be more of a win than me.
It's not going to be the wardrobe, because the whole point of the later books is that there were other ways into Narnia.
Yes.
And the Voyage of the Dawn Treader is about a ship.
Yes.
So...
And Doc is not wrong. The BBC version of that is the weirdest, most unintentionally fetishiest shit.
Oh, interesting.
Oh, yes.
All right. I'm going to say they jump into a painting.
Okay.
Let's see how that goes.
Dude!
Well, that's the only way I can think of a ship. I'm like, either you go down to South Bank and see that one, or the only way you would encounter ships were paintings. So,
yes.
Tom Baker was in them.
Yes, he was.
Fantastic.
Also in the original...
If you got that right, give yourself a point, everyone.
Also in the original
Looks
Dungeons
like
and Dragons movie.
Which I've never seen.
Don't hurry.
No, I want to watch the new one over again, because I need to know the show. Puddleglum? Who's Puddleglum? I have no idea what Puddleglum is. Maybe Doc will tell me. All right, next question.
Bowser's children, the Koopalings, first appeared in Super Mario Bros. 3. Actually, they did not first appear in Super Mario Bros. 3.
Oh, you're going to do this to me again?
Yes, I am.
Oh, my Super Mario Bros. Knowledge is
I am
so
on
weak.
4.
Mario Brothers 3. I have no idea. I'm going to let you have the point. Originally Bowser's children, but were later retconned.
Oh, wow.
And are not Bowser's children. Bowser's only child is now Bowser Jr.
Peaches.
Yeah.
Okay, no point for either of us.
No point for either of us. There we go. Okay, now I have to skip an ad. Sorry. Okay.
Knuckles, the last surviving echidna in the Sonic universe, is bound to his home in the Green Hill Zone, protecting Master Emerald.
He's not an echidna. He's a hedgehog. That's actually, sorry. Actually, I'm gonna say that he's not an echidna. That he's a hedgehog, and then I can be wrong. What are you gonna guess?
I'm gonna say he is not bound to the Green Hill Zone.
Okay, so we're teasing it. Does not live in the Green Hill Zone. He lives on Angel Island. There you go. Well done.
Voiced by Idris Elba in the movie.
He lives on Angel Island, which means he has to go across the Bay Bridge every day and take that horrible exit. No, your number 5 is over here. Okay. Well done. Just remember, folks, if you're playing along with us at home, don't put your answers in the chat before we revealed it on the stream, unless you want to try and feed one of us the answer. Okay. In Star Wars, in order to free young Anakin Skywalker from slavery, Qui-Gon Jinn first uses a Jedi mind trick to convince his master Watto, a Toydarian junk merchant, to allow him to pod race.
Now, see, the funny thing about this is almost all of it is accurate, and it kind of feels like all of it is accurate.
I can't all be accurate, or it wouldn't be a question.
I know. So I'm going to actually.
Okay.
He does not use the Jedi mind trick to persuade Watto to let Anakin pod race. He uses it to get some vital components.
Okay, my guess is going to be that Watto's not a Toydarian, whatever that is. Let's see how we do here.
Oh, God fucking damn it.
Mind tricks don't work in Toydarian, so we're both wrong.
Yep.
All right.
Point for Grim.
Fair enough. Well done, Grim. And Preemie. Well done, it looks like. Nope. Your question.
In the game Pokemon, use of the Moonstone can evolve your Clefairy into a Clefable, your Jigglypuff into a Pigglybuff, or your Nidorina into a Nidoqueen. Actually, much as I desperately want Pigglybuff to be real, I'm a solid 98% certain it isn't.
Okay, then what is it? What does the Jigglypuff evolve into?
You don't get to grade my answers on a curve.
Okay, fair enough. Sure. I have no idea. It's a Wigglytuff. Well done. Okay. All I know about Jigglypuff is a little song he sings, and then he gets very upset and he goes,
years of dealing with kids with the first wave of Pokemon cards
I just
finally paid
do
off.
not have sufficient knowledge. Okay, so the current score is I have 11 points, Ducky has 3 points, and Alistair has 6 points.
I would also have accepted the current score is I have 11 points and no one else does.
Not that mean. Adaptation is sometimes very strong. I'm not going to lie. Dungeons and Dragons has a lot of monsters that have been drawn from European folklore, such as the kobold, the goblin, the orc, and the troll, but also has several monsters unique to D&D, such as the Tarrasque or the fearsome Grell. Go ahead.
Actually, the Grell is not a D&D monster.
Okay.
I'm probably being hoisted by my own petard here, but I only know the Grell as a fact-obsessed alien race in a Doctor Who spin-off who could actually do a very successful warrior race, but you could mollify them by telling them something they didn't know, and if they didn't know it and they approved, they would go, good fact, and then you could leave.
Okay. I don't have a dog in this hunt. Let's see what the answer is. Orcs are not
it's
drawn
right
for...
there, man. What's wrong with us?
Oh gosh.
It
How
hurts.
bad of us to not done that. I knew that. Orcs are created in Tolkien's Middle Earth. Oh man, I feel like I should lose a point for that, but I'm not going to.
No.
But I'm not. Nope. Ah!
In Star Wars, Queen Amidala of Naboo cast the tie-breaking vote in a decision to award Chancellor Palpatine emergency powers to fight the Trade Federation.
Go ahead.
She doesn't. Actually, she doesn't. Senator Binks does.
Oh, that's... Ooh. Well spotted. Grim says Grell in D&D is a brain with tentacles and a beak. I think I've bought those. Queen Amidala of Naboo. Okay. That's my guess, is that it's not when she's a queen, it's when she's a senator.
Okay.
So that'll be my guess. Let's see what happens. You're right. It's Jar Jar Binks who cast the deciding vote. Yeah, she wasn't a senator at the time. She called for the vote. Okay.
One of
done, Grim.
the smartest things in the Chuck Wendig books, the Star Wars sequels, he has a single chapter about a kids entertainer on Naboo, and he's never named, but it is very, very clearly Jar Jar.
Nice.
And the events of the war have broken him, and he is being cared for by the Naboo government, and he's like a state busker. He's being looked after.
In The Wizard of Oz, after their visit to the Emerald City, Dorothy and her friends travel through Munchkinland to get to the castle of the Wicked Witch of the West. They journey through a forest while armed with a net, bug spray, and a gun. Okay?
Actually, I'm going to go out on a limb here and say that Dorothy was not strapped on her way through the forest to the castle of the Wicked Witch of the West.
Right.
She was not packing heat.
Trying to. Oh, it's been a very long time since I read the book. That's exactly it, Pezzy. I mean, she was from
Texas, you know.
Right? I'm gonna say, actually, didn't they have to go through Munchkin Land to get to the Emerald City?
I think you may have got this one.
So if the order of operations is wrong there. They travel through Winky Land, which is a place I've never heard of.
Oh, Winky Land.
So
Packing heat.
she's packing heat through the book. Oh, wow.
She was from Kansas.
Okay, wow. Okay, that's
Well, Toto, I guess we're not in Kansas anymore, but our clock isn't either.
your turn to read.
In the Chronicles of Narnia, the originally published order of the Chronicles of Narnia puts Prince Caspian immediately after The Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe. But some publishers interject The Horse and His Boy between the two, since the events in The Horse and His Boy take place chronologically after the events of The Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe.
Go ahead.
Actually, that is some bullshit. The Horse and His Boy is the prequel.
I only ever read the Chronicles of Narnia and then got bored. I didn't read the rest of the books. Then I discovered science fiction. Same time as the last chapter of The Lion, the Witch,
Then
and the
I'm not
Wardrobe.
correct.
You were more correct than I was.
You didn't bother guessing.
Okay, fine.
Don't throw me a-
no pity point.
Don't throw me a pity point.
All right, no pity point. In the original Crash Bandicoot, Crash can gain a new life by breaking a 1-up box or by collecting 100 mangoes.
You're up first.
Actually, they are not mangoes, they are Wumpa fruits.
I was going to say that he also didn't have 1-up boxes.
No, you have 1-up boxes,
Okay.
for sure. Okay. Now, you have 1-up boxes. Wumpa fruits. Yeah, they're not mangoes. They look like mangoes, but they are canonically called
legal
Wumpa
reasons
fruit.
they cannot be
Because
mangoes.
then there's also the Wumpa mask as well. Yes. Now I've got the Crash Bandicoot music going through my head because I love that game so very much. And I love how they let you play it at the end of Nathan
Uncharted
Drake at Uncharted
Yep.
4. It's so sweet. Exactly.
You know what you should do? You should try climbing. That would go well here.
Wow.
That is
was valiant. I love that game. All right. Oh my gosh, honey.
In the Chronicles of Narnia, the human visitors to Narnia are also united by their death, a train wreck that kills every human visitor to Narnia simultaneously, including Diggory Kirk and Polly Plummer, Jill Pole, the 4 Pevensey siblings, and their cousin, Eustace Scrubb. Actually, a Pevensey sister lives. The elder Pevensey sister, I believe it is openly stated, is no part of the final couple of books, to the point when Neil Gaiman wrote a short story about her being in therapy as an adult and her therapist trying to persuade her that all her memories were in fact fantasies to deal with this horrifying car crash. I'm not kidding.
Wow. What was that line from Last Week Tonight? Last Week Tonight had an episode about freight travel.
Which covered Thomas the Tank Engine, and particularly the episode of Thomas the Tank Engine where Gordon is cask of amontillado.
Right. And he has this line about, and now you know why I am the way I am. I'm like, and Chronicles of Narnia was a part of that, wasn't it? Let's see how right. What the hell is going on in Narnia is the exact question, Lazy. Susan is not killed, as in she's in America at the time.
Yep.
Okay, well done.
The books talk a lot about how Susan becomes less interested in Narnia because it's childish and Gaiman does the whole kind of, that means she's got to the point where she's into boys, and we're all like, Neil, sit down.
Yes.
A lot of fucked up shit is actually the perfect descriptor.
Yes.
Yep.
Of what's happening. Ouch.
I believe it's Prince Caspian where they fight conquistadors.
Monsters. They're scary, and often they are just two animals crammed together. And the monster manuals of D&D features many such monsters, including owlbears, duck bunnies, skunk cows, and spider horses. Okay?
Actually, this is just an embarrassment of riches. I mean, this is like Old Yellowring, a beloved pet. I don't want to say skunk cows, spider horses, and duck bunnies aren't canonical monsters. So I think I'm going to say they're all not canonical monsters.
Actually, I know owlbears are, and I know skunk cows are. My guess...
Fuck you, skunk cows are real.
Yep. My guess is it's the duck bunnies.
See, I was going to go...
Are not...
My other answer was going to be duck bunnies because RuneQuest has such a huge fondness for ducks that I figured.
Yeah. She doesn't get into heaven because she cares too much about lipstick and nylons?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Oh.
Yeah, not quite Christian enough. Too
okay,
much
let's
of a
see
slut.
the answer. There are no skunk cows, but there are stench cows. Okay, we're both wrong. Duck bunnies exist. I need to see duck bunnies immediately. And spider horse. Spider horse. Spider horse. Okay. Okay, somebody show me a picture of a duck bunny immediately. I desperately need this.
Lazy, what the fuck, Narnia, very clearly needs to be the next thing Shitpost Calligrapher does.
Yeah.
What the fuck, Narnia?
What the fuck, Narnia? Exactly. All right, we've got about 9 minutes left until the last commercialism. So at the last commercialism, that will be it for questions.
Yes.
I'm currently leading by 4. So you've got 4 questions. We'll do at least 4 questions.
Okay. All right.
See if you can catch up on me. Charlie and the Chocolate Factory is a beloved story about a group of children who are gradually maimed and deformed by a loner in a candy factory.
It's basically a store flick.
Oh, God, it is. Oh, there's a crossover. Yep. Augustus Goop is sucked through a tube in a chocolate river. Violet Beauregard turns into a blueberry after eating experimental gum. Veruca Salt is sent down a trash chute after demanding a goose that lays golden eggs. And Mike TV is shrunk by television chocolate technology. Actually, I'm gonna guess Violet Beauregard doesn't eat the gum, she chews it, and it's experimental, and it turns her into a blueberry.
Actually, I'm going to say Veruca Salt is not sent down a trash chute after demanding a goose that lays golden eggs. I think she's just tricked into going into the trash chute.
It depends if we're talking about the book or the TV show, because if it's the TV show, she absolutely went down that chute. I want a golden egg, Daddy, and I want it now. And it was definitely, TV was the kid's last name, and I think his name was Mike.
Yeah, I remember Mike TV. I remember Violet Beauregard.
Let's see what the actual answer is to this. This is a good one. Veruca Salt demands a squirrel that can sort nuts. That is definitely the book and not the TV show. Yeah. Because she's all about gooses. I want a goose that can lay golden eggs, at least 100 a day. And by the way, I want a feast. Yeah, exactly. And it just goes on from there. The goose is from the 70s movie. She's a bad nut in the book. Interesting. Well done, Lazy. Well done, Kiwi. Very well done. Okay, neither of us got that.
Installments of the Final Fantasy franchise tend to be standalone games, each involving different characters and settings. However, certain specifics recur across the series. Since Final Fantasy II, every game has featured or depicted chocobos, Moogles, and a character named Sid.
Since 2. Oh, I don't know the answer to this, and it hurts me physically. Oh, no. I'm going to guess, actually, that Sid is introduced in a later game, and I want to say it's 4. I've only played as far back as 5. I never played the original 4.
So you're going with Sid is introduced in a later game?
Sid is introduced in a later game. That's
I'm going to go
guess.
with Moogles are introduced in a later game.
Okay.
Also, never played any of these.
You should. They're very fun. Let's see. They introduced Moogles in 3, and though they don't appear in 4, they do reappear in 5. Well done. You got the point.
Point for the boy.
Good guess. Oh, just because I'm in love with Sid's my favorite character from Final Fantasy.
Fucking best.
Sid's the bomb. Sometimes literally. Who doesn't love an airship? Though there's definitely a character called Sid from 7 onwards. 100%. Nope. Another ad. 1 second. By the way, this is a pretty cool application if you want to use it, but use it for free.
Some famous fictional characters are best known by names that are not actually their first names. Pippin from The Lord of the Rings is actually named Peregrine. Voldemort's real name is Tom. Futurama's Turanga Leela goes primarily by her family name, and Hodor from A Game of Thrones is actually named Walder.
Crap. I'm gonna say actually that Leela's name is not a family name. That Leela is actually her first name.
And I am going to go with actually Hodor has always been called Hodor because that was the only word he was ever able to say, which I think is incorrect. But I'm not great on those.
I'm with you, Pezzy. Thank you. Turanga Leela goes by Turanga. Did we ever meet that character? Is that Leela?
I thought so. He was referred to as Leela.
Yeah, I don't
This is not correct.
I don't think that answer is correct. She goes by Leela for sure. I'm not taking
Let's just skip that one.
Let's just skip it. We got 4 minutes left to the ad break.
We can do it.
Speed round, go.
Super Mario Kart was a kart racing game released for Super Nintendo in 1992. Players could race with characters like Mario, Princess Peach, Donkey Kong, and Toad on tracks like the famous Rainbow Road. Go.
Actually, Rainbow Road was definitely not in the original Super Mario Kart game.
Never played any of these either, so I'm gonna say yes. I'm gonna say Rainbow Road was. I'm gonna do your answer as well, and you said it first, so you'll get a point. Did that have the same?
It has the same.
Anarchy. Reality is breaking down.
Okay. So
Let's move on again.
we'll move on again. And L. Frank bombs the wonderful Wizard of Oz. Dorothy acquires a pair of ruby slippers after accidentally killing the Wicked Witch of the East. These slippers are ultimately the method by which she returns to Kansas. I actually know the answer to this.
Go ahead.
Actually, they're not ruby slippers. They were made ruby in the television movie because it was colorized. In the book, they're silver.
Okay. Go ahead.
Do you have a guess?
No, honestly.
Yep. I remember that. Yes. No, they were specifically. It's why you see them when she lands. They're silver, and then they turn red.
Oh, that's cool.
Because the movie was colorized. Yeah, exactly. But they're actually originally silver. I did read some classic children's literature. I just didn't enjoy it terribly much. All right. We now have to engage in commerce. So when we get back, we will do a quick, technical or magic, exactly. We will do a recap on the score. And we'll see how things are doing. I'm still waiting.
too long.
Yeah, we're really going to have to watch more.
Yeah.
Stargate Atlantis. Hey, everybody, and we're back. So let's go to... Yeah, here we go. So
the scores as they stand.
final score. Ducky got 3 points. I can't do this. And Alistair got 9 points, which is very good. And I only beat him by 4 points. So, and some of those questions were really, really tricky. This is a good deck of stuff.
There are a lot of booby traps in here. It's really nicely done. There's a lot of kind
the
of
orcs thing, man. It's gonna haunt me. It's gonna haunt me for sure. So humble in your victory. I try, Pezzy. Thank you. Let me have this. Please let me channel my inner Brendan Lee Milligan for like 1 2-hour period of time. Thank you. I appreciate it. Right. So since this is our last stream of the year, we have a lovely, delightful treat to kind of
this thing is so good
to wrap us all up with. There is sound right from the beginning. Mm-hmm. And I've set it up so that you and I can sit in the little camera widget in the bottom and we can watch it along with everybody.
Fantastic.
Which will be super nice. And then after that, that will be it. Ducky has shared a picture with us of her Scarlet Hollow charm collection. They are delightful. Who is this guy? Oh, is that what the painter guy did?
I think it is. Oh, yeah. I think that's his demon form.
Nice. They're very pretty. Sorry, we're being distracted. I got 7, and unsurprisingly, most of those were from the video game questions. Well done, Lazy. The Final Fantasy one totally threw me.
Oh, Tabitha looks so pissy. It's great.
I know, Tabitha looks ridiculously pissy. It's wonderful. But as we said, this is the last scheduled stream for the year. We'll be back on the 8th of January with more Night Cheese, and then that Sunday we'll officially return to Sunday streaming, but the game we're playing right now, they're fun.
What we're saying is don't be surprised if we're streaming on Sunday.
So if you don't already follow the channel to get notified when we go live, you might want to, especially before this Sunday, because there may be some spontaneous streams over the next couple of weeks as the mood strikes. But until then, we have our delightful end of year video that Ducky has put together, which is wonderful, which I'm now going to try and set up. So give me a second here. Hopefully I will get this right. Okay. That's the button. And if I click that button, it will start playing. So we're going to watch it along with you. There may be a bit of a jump in sound, just so everybody's aware. Be prepared for it. And then there'll be some music over the very end of it. And
roll them.
Here we go.
So fuckers.
Hello, everybody. I'm the interview.
Hi, Brandon. How are you?
Hello.
Good evening. There you are. You are now live. Everyone can see you. Everyone can hear you. And the weather likes you better. It's not fair.
Weather loves me.
Thank you so much for doing this.
Thank you for having me. It is an absolute pleasure to be here.
I'm afraid of tall people because I'm playing five people.
You don't have time to be talking about Star.
Oh, are you guys getting echo? There we go.
I think so. That's what I'm
All
taking
right,
a
I've
second
turned
to
down
do.
the sound on our end. That might have been causing you an echo. Sorry about that,
I'm
folks.
not quite sure what's going on. It seems to be
We'll just
Is he captioning the future?
pretend to listen. We'll just read along as people do goofy things.
I love that bloody dog.
Speaking of
I
comic
know,
book
he's
shops, I got
so
killed in a Batman
sweet.
comic this year because of no sleep. Yeah.
I should have put headphones in for us. I totally
you said
didn't
you were
think
afraid
about
of
that.
tall
Fine, don't worry
people,
about
and Alistair kind of slouched down.
Stole it from a man.
He thinks too.
So my granddad's middle name is John, my uncle's middle name is John, my brother's middle name is John, my dad is called John.
This is
And I
very
appreciate
weird
the
watching
opportunity to
myself.
have Someone who watches Supernatural.
What can't you do?
He has such great light.
I know that noir lighting on Mark is so powerful.
Didn't you say he grabbed a couple of screen grabs for marketing stuff?
I think he did
Good.
because the light was so good.
Well done.
He's not dead, I just really, really like him.
I don't mean it in a bad way. How do tall people function?
Oh
Wow! Is that
But
from your
Batman.
like
I love it.
appearance?
Yeah, so this is The Brave and the Bold #1 by Tom King and Mitch Gerrits. So it's like
Those
the
are
artist
so
prints
good.
of my death.
Dude!
Yeah. So these are going to be framed.
I was gonna say you get those framed up on the wall,
Yeah.
man.
Amazing.
Yeah, it's super. It's like the
Have a good
coolest
one,
thing that's
Ozzy.
ever
If you're
happened to
taking
me.
off.
He's the least dead man I know.
Like, how do you move? How does that? It's so small, right? And I have problems moving.
Mighty hair of Palumba.
I know her hair, and my shirt match. I really love that.
Because I can't. I have no coordination. So I'm always impressed with people who are tall that they're coordinated. How do you fall down? I fall down.
I'm also
all
loving the
time.
chat inception that we've got going on right now.
I
Falling
know,
down
it's
is not an
great.
issue for me.
You've never fallen down?
Chat says the least dead man I know is going to be my drag name. I'm like, ooh, that's another.
The least dead
Hell
man
yeah.
like,
as a dread mate. I remember that. It was
right?
such a great idea.
The least dead man I know.
Yes.
Yes. Okay.
I'm the
cowboy
least
drag.
dead man I know.
Right? Just inventing cowboy drag.
So when Mitch was like, "Hey, do you want to be killed by the Joker?" I was like, "Nothing would make me happier in my whole life."
Now, son, you've walked into this town looking for a dead man, but I have to tell you that I am the least dead man I know.
The tale of the spooky twink.
It is kind of a downer ending. Honestly.
Yeah, very
like,
much so.
I'm going to assume that everyone here has read the book, but like nearly everybody ends up dead.
I really like
It's a
how
happy
we
ending,
managed to
but
pull that off for
people
Quantum
are
2.
Yes.
I like how that looks. It looks really
happy.
neat,
It is
and with the captioning, it worked pretty well.
That went
conclusion to
brilliantly.
the
Yeah.
event.
I really like that.
And
I
then
like
a
being
kind of
able to
a
give that as an option for
Gordon style
guests.
question
That
mark.
may have been the
Travel was a
best
bit
interview
younger
we
in
did
the
this year.
story, and,
This Mark's interview was really
Really
good.
great, man.
They were all really
And I published it on
freaking
the
solid
website,
interviews.
and a couple people.
Brandon's was really fun too. Like music
Each and
dork
every
forever.
one of them.
Hydrate.
I'm more excited to play Baldur's Gate 3 now if I needed
I've
any
completed
excuse.
my
Everybody
first
music.
playthrough, and now I need to play like 6 more. So there we go.
I totally get. I hear it's awesome.
It is very awesome.
I hear it's the second best game of the year.
Yeah, I mean,
I hear very similar things. It has been successfully established. Rocky is the
oh
best dog.
puppy.
We
Where-
are not talking about the books today. We are talking about height and other things.
I've got to say, I do like that 12-year-old asked saw a spooky oil rig, and that's the one for me. I saw a twink, and I was like, that's the book for me, and it was the picture of
I love
Dorian
seeing you
Gray.
kick off.
And honestly, it was about
It's
the
so
same
funny.
age.
We have a lot of writers in the chat, like I said, and one of them has asked if you have any general advice for somebody who is in the process of developing their craft with writing work like this or speculative in nature.
Yes, I do. You go to my author page on the SCP Wiki, scroll down, you will find a section called Quantum's One Weird Tip for Writing. Now, I don't know what level of experience you're at this point, but if you're just getting started, then the most important thing is to finish work.
I'll give whatever advice I think I have. You know, it might not be the best advice, but it's words out of my face. So
One of my
I
favorite
love seeing
genres
which
is awkward
clips Ducky
repressed
picked
men.
for
talking.
things as well.
That's right. I don't have
I
the
love
funds
it.
to maintain a
Honestly, when I
monkey.
started writing,
Exactly.
an editor complimented because you really capture awkwardness well. I was like, thank you.
it's weird because I mean, most of what I get asked is,
you.
you know, how do you get started? And it's like that's tough because I took a shot 10 years ago. And it just kind of
I think
worked out for
captioning
me,
might be
and
something
you
I want
can't
to try and do
teach
more of
luck,
next year
but you
as
can
well.
teach, like,
It
being
doesn't
ready.
cost,
A lot of my
does it?
writing
It's an
process is
automated
going,
service.
okay, well,
Yeah,
this doesn't get thrown
it's
out
just
the
a
window.
matter
What
of
kind
getting the
window?
configuration for it,
2.5
right?
hours on
But
Wikipedia
honestly, I
about
really love
history
how
of
it works with
defenestration
Quantum,
and
so I want to see if we
assassination
can do that more.
How sash windows are constructed. And I get to the end of it and go, well, that was very informative. But the answer is, yes, I can have this person get thrown out of this window. That's okay. All I've learned is I can write 6 more words.
I'm a sucker for knick-knack kind of thing, so yeah, I always sign up for the.
It
like,
was
the
a lot
Patago
easier
stuff
to
they
follow,
do. So I've got
Pezzy. Yeah,
the
that's
Wayne
really good
Bush
feedback
sheet.
too. I really want to try and figure out a more
Alistair,
consistent
I
way
can't
of doing
afford
it.
to maintain a monkey.
Because I know we've got it set up on. There's the monkey.
There's the monkey.
We've got it set up on our end for the auto-enabled captioning that
Yeah.
Twitch can do, but having it on screen with a guest is really powerful when we're able
I
to
have
pull it
a
off.
7-year-old daughter who loves
Also,
this guy.
Dougie,
Like,
the
I had to
transition
keep
from
removing
I don't
it
have the
from her
funds to
bed
maintain a
because she likes
monkey,
to snuggle
Alistair,
up with him at night,
to
which is,
Rocky's
Oh,
monkey.
that's
a whole other
not
thing.
fair.
The Wayne
Viewing
plushie
account.
that Brandon's daughter loves more
So
than
we
she
have
maybe
one
should
comment
is
in the chat, which
perfect.
is
Well
Susan, your
done.
vibes are fire. Where do you get your ties?
We stole this from a man.
I want to slay the
love
princess
that
t-shirt
line
as bad
so
as
much.
anyone else.
I
you
stole
know?
it from a
I
man.
said to the man, I like your tie. Can I have it?
Throw it at the wall and see what sticks. And then I looked at the wall at one point. I was like, oh shit,
A lot of stuff stuck to that.
I want to get a
Susan is
craft.
amazing.
Oh,
She's an
rocket
icon.
perfect.
I can't wait
What
to
kind?
meet her in Glasgow next year.
Yeah, you would.
I
There are
also
not
love
very
how
many
the
men walking
lighting
around
on
wearing
Mark
them,
went
though, so
from
I can't steal
noir
them.
to just
Like,
pitch black.
True.
or women.
Very apropos, right?
The downside to having this wall with all of these actors stuck to it, which you think today, is
Metaphorically, I hope.
Okay, so I haven't been out of the country in years.
Nice.
And so I'm actually afraid for Scotland. Not I'm afraid of Scotland. I'm afraid for the country of Scotland with me.
I just love, see, I don't
not
see
gonna
you when
bat
we're
that
doing the
away, I'll
interviews,
just
but
take
seeing you just die of laughter in the background every time is so fun.
The image of you closing down for the night, just flicking the last light off by the wall of actors, just kind of
I
stuck in
want
place.
fan art of all
I-
these actors just stuck there. Like one of them's all smushed up with the wall. Going, guys, can you turn me around? Can you turn me around, please, guys? I can't see it.
Just the image of you flicking the last light off with going, night actors, night Mark. Just... Well done,
But
cast. Tomorrow I may
I
feed you.
This has been the most chaotic interview.
no one was harmed in the making of this production except my mental well-being.
It's like Mark Gloomy, Country Durham Road, Susan Blazing Caribbean Room. She's actually in Toronto, I believe.
Yeah, she is.
Yeah. But yeah, she had just screamingly bright sunshine. I was
And
so
she's
jealous.
just disgusted that we get shitty weather. And she
Yeah,
doesn't.
because she's very much a goth at heart and loves all of the like gloomy nighttime foggy photos we take her when we go on our walks, which is great. Look,
Hey!
yeah. I love seeing all the fan art we've had over the year. Anti-memetics, which was great. More Pokemon, which I don't know nearly enough. ArtCon, that was so much fun.
Terrible old man.
Paramount. Oh yeah.
Oh, the Barbie
The
meme.
Barbie meme. Ah, that's right. Your Shelterwood. Lonely Eyes Week. Thank you. Oh.
Aww.
Yeah. Cult Guy. Cult Guy, no.
Okay, yes.
And then Lonely Eyes Week. I love these. These are so much fun. Oh, your Red Valley. Oh,
So
I love
good.
that episode so,
fucking
much.
good.
You got to be yelled at by Clive Shelf, man. What an honor.
I'm sorry, I'm Clive Hill from R&D. I thought they seemed to have mistaken me for the fucking Mandalorian.
Great line. Red Valley is so good, and there's really not all that much of it. It's very marathon.
3 seasons, but the longest episode's about 16 minutes.
Yeah, and there's some the like little inter-season Christmas holiday things are great as well. Yay! Well done, Ducky. Such a
Great job, Ducky.
you did
Thank you.
such a great job with the video.
Oh
It
my
looks
god.
so
We had such
good.
good guests this year.
Yeah, we had great guests and we played a lot of really fun games. We should do some sort of like maybe for next year's video clip we'll do some clips from the games as well.
Maybe steal the kind of rap idea that everyone's now stolen from Spotify, which is great because Spotify steals music. I got my Nintendo one of those earlier and it was just sad. 2 games, 10 hours, whole year.
Oh no.
I've been quite PS5y this year, so.
Yeah, do it by the numbers.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think we got one of those for Twitch as well. I haven't had any time to look at it at all. I'm sure there's an end of year work. Great job, Ducky. And what we'll do
Outstanding job, Ducky.
is we'll upload it as an independent video on Twitch as well so that people can go and watch it by itself if they want because it looked really cool. And they did a great job with it. Thank you very much. And I think that's
our
everything,
show.
everybody. That's our show, folks. That's our year. I've got 2 more days at the day job. 2 more days. And then I'm on break and I'm going to watch Dimension 20 and eat cheese. That's all I want to do.
I have a driving lesson on Friday morning, and then I have a Musketeer movie and a donut.
That sounds. Bring me a donut.
Of course I bring. When have I ever not brought you a donut?
Please definitely
Yeah.
bring me a donut. Exactly. Thank you so much,
Thank you.
everybody, for joining us for all of this ridiculous nonsense for the year. If you have other suggestions about games you want to see us play, like we're thinking about playing Dave the Diver, because
Especially
apparently
as there's now a Dredge crossover.
it's getting a Dredge crossover, which I'm very excited about. And Dave the Diver and Dredge are both more Wednesday night horror kind of content than Sunday morning casual indie
chill.
gaming.
Tentacle. No. not so
Yeah,
much.
yeah, we try to avoid stuff like that. I mean, Life is Strange had a lot of emotional punch to it, but it was in a different sort of vibe. We try to keep the Eldritch horror to Wednesday nights, if at all possible.
That's a treat.
So, exactly. I'm glad I caught the last one. Stupid work stealing my Twitch time. I'm so sorry, Pezzy, but yay work.
Yeah.
And for the horrible exchanging of funds for
Goods and services.
time and stuff. Totally a mood. But thank you for joining us. We're gonna
Thank you, folks.
we'll be back next year. I'm doing more of this, whatever this is. And
Whatever form this will take next.
thank you very much for joining us. We really appreciate it.
This has been a consistent high point in a year that's had like 5 of those. And one
They
of
were
those,
very little.
one of those was sleeping.
Yeah.
Seriously, this is always a delight. Thank you so much. We're always very appreciative of you spending time with us.
And we hope everybody gets, whatever holidays you celebrate or don't celebrate, and with whom you choose to spend that time or have to spend that time. We hope you get a break and some downtime and to recharge and engage in some things that you love over the next couple of weeks. And remember, if you suffer from seasonal affect like I do, the solstice is next Thursday, which means it's going to start getting brighter again.
Yep.
So we're almost out the other side of it. Hang in there, eat cheese. That's what I do. I mean, the adoration of the baby cheeses is like the best part about the holidays. As far
Thanks,
as I'm
Urban.
concerned.
And a more stable year for us all. Like you said, please, one house move in 2024.
We'll keep it posted. All right. Have a great time, everybody. Enjoy your evenings. Enjoy the VOD. One more set for Wendy. Wendy, we love you. I'm sorry you're not feeling well, and we hope you enjoy this VOD when you're able to catch up on it. It's 4:04 here, and the sun's going down. Yeah, Preemie, it's been dark here since 4:45, and the sun didn't come up till about 8:45. It's the daylight lamp is on. Yes, please go outside and have at least one fresh air.
On us
Very
as a
good for
treat.
you.
Yeah.
For kids. It's really good for you. We'll see you around, folks. Like I said, someday's probably going to happen because that game's really fun. But the rest of the time, it'll be just pick up stuff between now and the 8th of January. If you don't already follow the channel, do so you get notified when we're going to go live. And if not, we'll see you in a couple of weeks.
Thank you so much for joining us, folks. I've been Alistair.
I've been Marguerite.
And this was 2023.
Well done.
Have a good festive season. We'll see you on the other side.
Eat cheese.
Eat cheese!